All right, what is going on, guys? This is your boy CGFIX back at it with another video here. We got a V6. All right, before we start the video, I just want to let you know, do as you do. I'm just stupid. I'm just doing videos for fun and entertainment purposes. I love working on cars. I enjoy doing it. It's my hobby. So if you break something, don't blame me. Blame it on yourself. Anyways, let's try to get 3,000 followers. Let's keep going with the video. 3.8 Hyundai Azera 2006. And we're going to be replacing the spark plugs on this car. We're also going to do the belt. We're gonna do thermostat and another couple more stuff, but mainly the video is to replace the spark plugs. And honestly, I asked for an intake gasket since I was gonna replace the spark plugs and stuff, but they brought me a valve cover gasket. And when I noticed, as you can see right there, sorry, I'm trying to still get used to the gimbal. As you can see, there's a leak real bad on the valve cover gasket right here, so it's leaking right on the alternator. It's making the belt squeak. So we're gonna go ahead and replace as well. We're gonna replace the valve cover gasket. So without further ado, let's get right to it and remove this top part area, which is the plastic piece that kind of covers everything we're going to be working on. The thing you always want to do before you work on any vehicle is always remove a terminal off the car. If you want to be more safe, then do both by all means, but remove that. Take every electric out the vehicle before you take anything off. So I have no freaking clue what happened to the audio here, but I'm getting used to this gimbal I just bought. All right, you just gotta kind of imagine it. You know what I'm saying? Like, zzz, zzz, zzz. You just gotta imagine it, okay? You just gotta remove these 10mm bolts. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, I say 6, and 1 missing. That's basically what I'm explaining here. And yeah, I don't know what happened to the audio to this clip, but it's something that has to do with the gimbal, because they kept telling me something about jittery and whatever. But anyways, I'm basically just talking. You know, just explaining, you know, removing the first piece of the puzzle. And, yeah, I'm just gonna let the video go. And hopefully the next clip, you don't gotta worry about no sound. And you can see jumping all over the place. Well, of course, with this clip as well, same situation. I'm basically explaining how you just basically remove that plastic cover. After that, you get this beauty of a 3.8 Hyundai Azera engine, okay? And I'm just explaining basically everything you gotta remove. But don't worry, because the next clip, everything goes back to normal, because I switch over to my regular camera on my phone, and you don't gotta worry about no sound. I just gotta get used to this gimbal. But anyways, I'm just explaining and remove all this. At least oh wait, but there's more. It keeps going for this clip as well. Anyways, the next clip, I promise, it's the next clip. So yeah, basically remove these 10mm bolts that you see that I'm zipping down. So you gotta just imagine it. Zip, 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 zip. You know, every 10mm bolt you see in this video, remove them. All right, and make sure you don't lose your 10mm socket, and make sure you don't lose the 10mm bolts that I lost like 20 of them, and I had to go get them just to record this video for you. All right, let's get back to the video. There is this bracket in front of the valve cover gasket. I don't believe, because I can't really see down there, but all you need to do is remove this plug right here. So just unclip this, take the plug out, and I believe you can just take the whole valve cover gasket. You could the valve cover itself, you could remove that with the just stop listening to what I'm saying. Remove it. Just remove it. All right, and you gotta remove a million other things. Just remove it. We are removing this radiator hose because it is in the way of a couple bolts, and it's just being in the way. So it was pretty stuck. So basically you kind of clamp on this, move it to the back, or put on the hose itself. My situation, this thing was pretty stuck, so I just kind of tightened the clamps in there and then removed it. And it is going to leak a little bit, so make sure you have something to catch if you don't want nothing to spill on the ground. But right now we're good right there. All right, and we're just gonna bring it over here. All right, and fortunately it's just gonna right there, that works. That's gonna stay right there. All right, so, and we are replacing the thermostat. So if you gotta replace your thermostat, it's right here. I believe it's 12mm bolts here. There's 1, 2, and then 3. So that's how you replace your thermostat, right in here in this housing. And look how much clearance we're getting. All right, I might take this out just in case. I kind of, you know, it might be in my way, just so I can kind of like put everything in place, but we'll see. So these are pretty brittle. All right, so what I did was, what I'm gonna do is basically is, you see right here, you're just gonna take something like a flathead and gently just pry on. If this, like what I'm saying is, if this is stuck right here where you can't push it down because it's so brittle, just gently put your flathead right under the where it clips in right there, and then you kind of pop it up with the flathead and then just pull it out. Just like that. Once you take the 10mm bolts out and the plug, you go ahead and remove these. And you get a little bit of oil on this one, a little bit of oil on that one. So it's good that we're replacing the valve cover because anyways it's leaking like crazy right on the alternator. So all right, we're just gonna keep removing plugs here. We're gonna keep playing around with this and move this around, see what else is holding it. Injector is still holding it. This plug right here is holding it, so we're probably gonna remove out that bracket. And yeah, we're just removing wiring at this point. Just remember where all these plugs go. So basically wherever you unclip anything, just make sure you remember where they go, because you are gonna have to literally remove. I was thinking maybe I'll get it to the side, but no, this time around we're gonna have to remove everything and put it back where it goes, obviously. So yeah, unclip everything you see. Just unclip everything and just remember where it goes. Mark it if you have to with a marker or something. But yeah, we're still removing wiring. So when you get to the injectors, you really have to be careful to not break them, like the the connectors. So you see this tan looking color one, you're gonna lift it up. Let me show you on this one. Let me get it over here. Hold on. All right, so basically, you lift this part up first. This goes up to unlock this right, and then you see this black tab right there. Then you push it in. After you lift that up, you push this in, and then the plug comes out. I would do it with both hands, but I need both hands. As you can see, that's how you remove it. So you can see how it locks in. So you push that up first, you push this in, the black piece, and then you just pull it out, and that's it. That's how far I got. So I got enough play to move this around and be able to do the front valve cover gasket at the moment. But remember that bracket I did tell you about earlier? This bracket right here, you have to remove it, because then you can't get to those 10mm bolts right there. After I remove that bracket, it's just removing all the 10mm bolts that hold the valve cover itself, and then taking it out, because I have enough play here to go around it. If you go too in depth, if you really want to go too in depth, there's just one more wire that it's just really hard to reach on there. And honestly, I'm not gonna go through all the struggle when I could just remove the valve cover just the way it is with the cable on. So so next thing we're gonna do is remove this bracket right here, all the 10mm bolts that hold in the valve cover gasket, and take the valve cover out. But anyways, before you do any of that, make sure you clean any of this debris. So I'm actually going to plug up this again. If you do get anything in there, just make sure you either vacuum it out before you take the spark plugs or anything, or before you even take the ignition coils, and clean all this out before any of that stuff, But since I already had the spark plug in there, and I got a vacuum and I got the air and everything, I could just blow it out. So all right, let's clean this up and take this out. Move that plastic piece, get everything out the way. So now you have room to work with. All right. Already lefty loosey, righty tighty. We're gonna remove. I left my ratchet at the house. How do you call that? These things, but they're ratchet. They go, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not saying in English, but if you do, let me know in the comments below. All right, enough of this. Let's just take this out and I'll be back. Since this feels like it's gonna break, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pry it out. And I already took it out the bracket over there. I loosened it up here. So basically what I did is clamp that way. I loosened it up right here. So basically when I take the valve cover off, I'll just put it this way, and then I'll remove it, and then do it vice versa. Just put it this way and then plug it this way once it's in once it's back in place. Next step we're gonna do, we're gonna clean the mating surface. So we're gonna take a razor and we're kind of just gonna go all around, clean it up, and wipe it down, make it look shiny and brand new, and remove this old dusty gasket. Yeah, this thing is brittle, bro. Yeah, this thing, look at that. It's all cracking apart already. Look at that, breaking in pieces. It's no good, no bueno. Look at that, no bueno, no bueno. This comes off like nothing. All right, let's replace that. The leftover of the gasket, and this is how it's supposed to look, like this, brand new.
Oh, the socket's at 3/8, and I use extension with a ratchet. Just so you know. Remember when the audio cut out earlier? Yeah, I forgot to mention, you gotta disconnect every single plug you see, all the wiring, any sensor, anything, just get it out the way. Okay, that's what I was explaining earlier. All right, let's get back to the video.
But for the rear, you have to remove the top of the air intake here. So remove that box out the way. You're gonna have bolts that hold this down right here. So you're gonna remove these 10mm bolts here, and then you got 12mm bolts that hold the intake manifold itself. Couple sensors and plugs that you need to remove out the way. These plugs right here, there's 2 plugs back here, there's 2 10s back here, and remove this out the way. So basically we're removing everything off the intake so we can remove it, like move it out the way. So either you need to just remove it out the way to replace spark plugs and coils, or you gotta remove it completely so you have space and room and ease of mind to do the valve cover gasket on the back, just like we did the front one. So that's where we're at right now. And also, if you want to replace your throttle body or clean it, this is the perfect time to do it. And we're just gonna keep going with this. We're almost there. We already loosened up most of the bolts. It's ready to remove it out the way. So behind the intake manifold where these 2 plugs are at, right in between, you see that bolt right there? You have to remove that one. And I got to see if there's one on the other side. Let's see. I don't see another one on the other side, but I'm just gonna remove that. Okay, there's one right there under the throttle body right there. So you have to remove those 2. Without those 2, this intake manifold never gonna come off. So remove those 2 bolts, and after you remove all the bolts here and everything out the way, then you should be able to just pop it off. I mean, I already have it loose. You can see I already have it. Where is it? See the gap? It's just those 2 things holding it. As you can see, loosen it up. What trick do you know, huh? You just put the I say if you're just removing the spark plugs, you could just do that, you know what I mean, and have this thing lifted up and just kind of wiggle yourself in there, you know, to replace your spark plugs and coils. But if you're replacing the valve cover gasket like I am, I have to remove every single thing off this. So I have to remove this hose here, a couple more things before it's ready to come off completely, or I could just remove some, you know, some stuff and then just kind of pop, you know what I mean, make sure I don't break nothing, and then replace the valve cover gasket. But that's how you get back there, you know, that's how you get back there. And it's basically the same similar situation as the front. So if you guys learned anything in this video, hope you did. Make sure you like, share, comment, and let me know what kind of car or whatever you want me to see, next to, you know, I don't know, man. Comment down below. I'll see ya. Much love. Your boy CGFIX.